Hello, I'm Carolyn Herbert from the Finance News Network, and joining me from junior explorer and producer Aus Tin Mining is CEO Peter Williams. Peter, welcome back.
Thank you, Caroline.
So Peter, can you start by giving us a quick introduction to Aus Tin Mining?
Sure, Caroline. Look, we're a tin-focused company. Our vision is to become a major Australian tin producer and become the preferred tin stock of choice. Our mantra is cash flow, growth and upside, and we're actively working to deliver on all three. We have an operating asset at the Granville Tin Project, which is located on the west coast of Tasmania. We also own 100% of the world-class Taronga Tin Project, which is located in northern New South Wales. And we also have over 400 square kilometres of exploration licences prospective for not only tin, but also copper, silver and tungsten. We also have a project in Queensland, Mount Cobalt, which is prospective for high-grade cobalt.
Thanks. So Aus Tin Mining has recently announced its transition to be Australia's second tin producer listed on the ASX. So what does this mean for investors?
Well, firstly, we believe it means that we're providing investors with a direct exposure to the rising tin price. So when tin prices or when metal prices increase, we would argue that producers are in the best position to provide investors with that leverage. And certainly if you look at the historical tin prices, they have tended to increase very quickly. And we believe that the best opportunity for investors is to get on board as that tin price starts to go up. I guess secondly, it elevates us from the group of pure explorers. It distinguishes us from, I guess, the majority of tin-related companies that are on the ASX. Until now, there's only been one other tin producer on the ASX, that's been Metals X, and they're predominantly a gold producer. So we believe that Aus Tin is actually filling quite a neat little niche there in terms of providing production exposure, but also with exploration upside. I guess thirdly, it means that going forward, we'll be looking to fund the development of our other suite of projects with cash flow from Granville.
And Peter, the tin price has risen strongly in the past month. It's now over US $18,000 a tonne. So what's behind the strong rise and what's forecast for tin going forward?
Sure. Yeah, look, in fact, just in the last couple of days, it's actually gone to over $18,900 per tonne. That's US. So that's about a 30% rise on the beginning of the year. It's been driven primarily by a reduction in stockpiles. For instance, the LME stockpiles are down about 25% from the beginning of the year. We're seeing declining production out of some of the major tin producing countries, notably China, Myanmar and Indonesia. Different reasons. In China, there's some environmental constraints. In Myanmar, it's because of the transition from open cut to underground. And in Indonesia, there have been some declining grades. So declining production is one key element of that. But I guess the other aspect of it is the increasing application. We're seeing lots of new applications being investigated for tin around energy and storage. But it's worth noting that tin already plays an important part in lead acid batteries.
And finally, Peter, Aus Tin Mining is also pursuing cobalt at Mount Cobalt west of Gympie. Can you tell us a bit more about what's taking place here?
We've just completed some further field reconnaissance there, and we've developed an exploration program targeting down-dip extensions of some of the historical mines. It's worth just reiterating from an early announcement that the grades that those historical operations were run at were 7.5% cobalt, which compares very favourably with sort of typical economic grades that are reported for cobalt deposits of around 0.1 to 0.15% cobalt. I guess the other area that we'll be targeting as part of our exploration program is some of the cross shears, which have historically been the location that the historic mines were centred on. The other aspect we've been doing it for Mount Cobalt is we've engaged consultants to look at the processing options, and that's going to help us frame the size of the exploration target that we're after, but also gives us an idea on the type of test work that we'll need to do. And one of the interesting things that is coming out is the possible application of beneficiation to improve the grade further.
Peter Williams, thanks for the update.
Thanks, Caroline.